So if you don't know, Marques Houston has went and got him a young tender. And all the 40 plus old cougar chicks have been out here hating as hard as they can do. Get over it. He don't want y'all. He dated y'all. He tried it. He don't want y'all no more. He has dipped his young tender into some Marques Houston barbecue sauce and he's enjoying it. Let my man live his life. First, I'm going to play you Marques Houston's explanation of how him and his grown but young wife hooked up. And then I'm going to play you his ex-bandmate Rome from Immature actively throwing him under the bus for his simple but understandable statements.
And she's caring and loving, and she's everything that I saw myself being in a relationship with.
Right.
And you know, when you look at a person's qualities, like I was talking to one of my friends, and I was saying, yeah, okay, I'm 41, right? She's 22. I could have married a 41-year-old woman, and it could have been disastrous. They could have felt like, you know, because I'll sit and talk to women, and women that are my age, and they kind of have a different outlook on life. You know, a lot of women my age are very independent. They are very like, you know, I don't need a man to do this for me because I could do this for myself.
One of old chicks' favorite pastimes is to tell a dude how much they don't need him.
And I come from a generation that I'm very, very, you know, love to provide for my wife. I love to provide for my woman. And I'm very in that generation, like the old days, you know. I would never want to be with a woman that felt like, oh, I don't need you, or I don't, you know what I'm saying, like that. So, you know, and there's a lot of women my age. I've dated women my age, and, you know, they may have baggage, they may have kids, they may have not. You know, it's just, there's so many different women that I've dated throughout my life, and this just so happened to be the one that caught my heart.
To reiterate, he's tried old chicks. It just didn't work out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It didn't work out. He didn't throw y'all under the bus. It just didn't work out.
So what was your red flags, like when you like dating through all through her? I know you probably met like some of the most beautiful women in the world. What was some like red flags? Like, no, you're out. No, like a red flag is like, I'm done. Next.
Red flag for me always if a woman had a kid. Nothing against single women, single mothers with children. I respect them. I love them. I feel like that's one of the toughest jobs, to raise a child and to also raise a child by yourself and to be a woman. 100% tip my hat, respect to the women that are raising children on their own. But just with me, for when I grew up, I never really wanted kids. And, you know, I would talk to my dad a lot, and he would always tell me, look, have your own kids, because you never want to have, you know, you don't know what the baby daddy's about, you know. So, you know, if you're going to have kids, make sure as a woman that they never had kids before, you can have your own. So I kind of like stuck to that. So that was always my red flag. But then that's a personal choice.
Right.
You know, that was my personal red flag. And a woman with an attitude.
So you asked him, what was his red flags? He named them. Women with kids, women with attitudes. Everybody lost their mind over this. This is what his bandmate is about to throw him under the bus for. But why is that such a bad thing to say? Women don't like men with kids. I did a video a while back. It was a woman. She had 4 or 5 kids, right? A man approached her to bring her ID back that she left in a restaurant. He was trying to holler at her. She was giving him crazy attitude. She had 4 or 5 kids. He said, I got 1 kid. She was like, oh no, I can't date no dude with no 1 kid. What? Are you out of your rabbit mind? Right? So this is and women have all these type of these crazy standards. They want you to be 6'5", all of that, right? They want you to make $100,000 a year, but still have time enough to tend to their every need, every 2 minutes, every time they want to talk to you, and this, that, and other, right? They want you to go make $100,000, but they want you to be there for them all the time. What are you talking about? How does that work? But then if you ask them for a sandwich, they lose their minds, right? They can't make you a sandwich, though. Want your shoe size, you know what I mean by shoe size, to be 12 or 15 or whatever. You know what I'm saying, right? But I can't ask that you don't have no kids, or I can't say that I don't want you to have no attitude. Everybody got preferences. Do your thing with your preferences. But I'm going to do mine, though.
Here's what's happening with his former ex-member, Rome. Okay? He says this: it's unfortunate that in the moment of mourning and grieving, my brother, I would have to speak on statements that I do not agree with. But as a member of Immature, I would like to extend my sincerest apologies in regards to the insensitive statements made by my former group member Marques Houston. We were raised by a tribe of strong, independent women who faced hardships we will never understand. Women today have enough battles to endure, including the policy of their bodies.
Their bodies, like when they give it up to every Pookie and Ray Ray, but then want a good guy to wife it up.
Equal pay in the workplace and beauty standards.
You want equal pay until somebody tell you to carry your own boxes. You know, y'all want equal pay until somebody's like, oh, yeah, you got to lift boxes too. Well, why can't this guy lift my boxes for me? Because y'all get paid the same thing. You don't want to work in the sewer system like other guys do. You don't want the equal pay for that job. You want the equal pay, but you don't want to go down in the sewer system and shovel dookie, right? You don't want to do that. You don't want to go up on the electric poles when it's like minus 10 degrees and work up there and get the equal pay that the dudes get that you're up there get. You don't want the equal pay for that. But wait a minute. You want the equal pay, but you just don't want to do the job. Come on, man.
It is never okay to degrade one group of women in order to praise another. Stop. Like, what group of women is he degrading? Is he degrading women with kids over a woman with no kids? Is that what he's doing?
Just going to go out on a limb here and say he didn't degrade anybody. He tipped his hat to everybody, but women want to hear what they want to hear. So what they heard is he's degrading every single mother ever on the planet. Okay, if that's what you heard.
Black women in particular are often on the receiving end of the constant negative stereotypes they fight against daily. As an adolescent group of the 90s, we did not fully understand the concept of colorism in the entertainment industry and never intentionally isolated any particular group of women in our music videos. Maybe he's saying that because Marques Houston's current wife is very light-skinned or mixed. We would be nothing without the loyal fans who have stood by us for 3 decades. Some who happen to be hardworking single mothers. As artists, it's always been important to us the content of our music and who we represent as men would never disrespect women, and his views do not reflect those of the group. So you have all these women who are praising this. Number one, for Mr. Rome. He's talking about a preference, okay? Let's flip this for you, Mr. Rome. You ever heard of a song called I Don't Want No Scrubs? Ain't nothing going on but the rent. You gotta have a J-O-B if you wanna be with me.
And Oshay brought up great points. It's always fine when the women have preferences. When the women tell you that I want you to be taller than 5'5", it's nothing wrong with that. When they tell you they want you to be better looking than an ugly little booger wolf, leprechaun, troll that stays under the bridge, there is nothing wrong with that. They get fully applauded for ugly shaming dudes. But dudes don't come up with these terms like, oh, they ugly shamed me. Dudes know we just have to go to work and do what we got to do to be where we got to be in society. We know we got to go put the work in to get what we want to get out of life. But somehow women act like they don't know this. But then furthermore, they can have all these preferences and this, that. They don't want you to have no gut. They don't want you to look a certain way. They want you to be a certain tone, skin tone, this, that, and all these preferences. You can't be this big. You can't be this fat. You can't be this ugly. You can't have glasses on. You can't be anything less than 5'7". All of these preferences. But when a dude comes with one preference, a dude will tell you like, I just want you to not be fat. And they will lose their lily white minds or lily black mind. Whatever mind you want to say, they'll lose it. And I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. Y'all getting on Marques Houston because he got a young, beautiful, tenderoni of a wife. And all of y'all old cougars that are set in your ways, that have baggage. Most of us that are old have baggage. He don't want that. He tried it. He don't want it. He found him something that's for him. You can't be happy for him. Y'all was so happy for all them old chicks that was hollering at a 14, 15-year-old Usher back in the day. I remember that. Y'all was on Usher and them little bubble coats he was spitting on the stage in. Y'all was on Justin Bieber. Y'all remember Justin Bieber, the old chick with I get kissing all on Justin Bieber? Y'all was all for that, right? He was underage. You don't remember that part of it? But you mad at Marques Houston for having a younger wife that is of age. Miss me with all this, man. Oh, but he was grooming her. Why is he? Listen, man. Every time you want to say, oh, 18 is the age. Then a dude give it an 18-year-old. Oh, he must have been doing this, that, and the other to her. Man, come on, man. Y'all don't do this when it's y'all. When it's Justin Bieber, and y'all don't do this when the shoe was on the other foot. So I don't want to hear it now. This your boy P Camp. I don't care what y'all think. Marques Houston got a wife that is of age. Yes, she's young. She's beautiful. And if you're mad at her, you probably should be. Go find a life. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's your boy P Camp. Tell me what you think, what you don't think in the comments. Get at your boy.